gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You already know who it is. Your host with the most, Sendes Daiti, back with another special video. Today we've got a very special topic hitting your ears. This is going to be about the food industry. Now, with the GetUp Show, you're looking to improve every facet of your life. So, of course, what better way to do that than the food that's going to be making up your body going forward. So we're going to be looking at a few pieces of content that's going to show how the food market is moving in today's times and how you can maneuver to better your life, what you can avoid and what you can go towards in the food industry. But before that, let's introduce ourselves, shall we?
You're watching the GetUp Show.
So, first things first, I want to show you this piece of content that's going to be going in about pink slime. Have you ever eaten this stuff have you ever heard about it being in like chicken nuggets? And I remember hearing about it like a few years ago about the chicken nuggets, right? About how some chicken nuggets and some food products, especially in fast food, were being altered by these compounds, basically. And yeah, I just wanted to show you all a few pieces of content that's going to help us understand where these times are going. So let's take a look at this one.
Pink slime is now officially ground beef. What's pink slime? Let me show you. This crap up here that they add to hamburger. Watch this and see for yourself, Bushkies.
Gerald Zernstein grinds his own hamburger these days. Why? Because this former USDA scientist, now whistleblower, knows that 70% of the ground beef we buy at the supermarket contains something he calls pink slime. Beef trimmings that were once used only in dog food and cooking oil, now sprayed with ammonia to make them safe to eat.
Damn.
And then added to most ground beef as a cheaper filler.
Most ground beef as a filler.
When a USDA memo first coined the term pink slime, and is now coming forward to say he won't buy it.
It's economic fraud.
He won't buy it. Strag.
It's fresh ground beef. It's a substitute. It's a cheap substitute being added in.
Zernstein and his fellow USDA scientist Carl Custer both warned against using what the industry calls lean, finely textured beef, and is widely known now as pink slime. But their government bosses overruled them.
Why didn't you consider it?
Overruled.
Because it was a salvage product.
Leftovers?
Fat that had been heated at a low temperature and the excess fat spun out.
Here's how it's done. Those waste trimmings are gathered, simmered at low heat to make it easier to separate fat from muscle, put in a centrifuge and spun to finish the separation. Next, the mixture is sent through pipes where it's sprayed with ammonia gas to kill bacteria, and finally compressed into bricks and flash frozen for shipment to meat packers and grocery stores where it's added to most ground beef. And it doesn't have to appear on the label because over objections of its own scientists, USDA officials with links to the beef industry labeled pink slime meat.
Ew! I guess you really never know what you're eating. Shabadoo, Bushkies, and bon appetit, baby.
So who's eating that? Who's finna eat this stuff? So, as you could
Pink
see,
slime is now officially
as you
ground
could see, it's not actual food. Like, it's supposed to be filler. I remember there was something else about people using meat glue to glue different parts of different types of meats together, and it would make steaks, right? They'd use that type of glue filler to make steaks. So it's kind of the same concept. Like, the glue itself isn't edible. It's just there to fill in the gaps of what's missing, or better yet, it's just there to put the overall meat or the beef or whatever it is together. But are you really supposed to be eating this stuff? Like, there's a few other articles about like different types of stuff, like food coloring, food dyes, and all this stuff. And like, it has an effect on people, you know? It has an effect on like people's bodies, people's minds. There's also this other documentary I've been watching about like food coloring and food dyes on like psychological on children. Like, they notice like taking food dyed products, food dyed foods out of kids' diets, they have less temper tantrums, they could focus more. Why is that? Because all this stuff they're adding to this food isn't food at all. It's not supposed to be consumed. But then again, you have these scientists backing all of these studies up, who are for the actual companies making the poisonous food. So of course they're gonna back it. Their job is on the line. Like, how's that supposed to help the end user not get sick or cancer
What's
or
pink
anything
slime?
like that?
Let me show you. This crap up here that they add to hamburger. Watch this and see for yourself. Push case.
Gerald Zernstein grinds his own hamburger these days. Why? Because this former USDA scientist, now whistleblower, knows that 70% of the ground beef we buy at the supermarket
What up, Savage?
contains something he calls
Savage
pink
King.
slime. Beef trimmings that were once used only in dog food and cooking oil now
So beef trimmings that were only used in dog food and cooking, what? They were only used in dog food? So these types of beef trimmings, so they're using the worst of the trimmings of the beef mixed with this compound as filler. So they're giving you the worst quality meat, right? Plus they're adding these compounds into them as filler. So they're giving you shitty meat plus some sort of genetically chemically made compound. So you're getting the worst plus the chemically made compound to give you beef. Is that, like, eating that food long term, is that supposed to help you or hurt you? And they're only doing it because it's cost effective. It's gonna cost less to produce. But if it's gonna cost less to produce, how come these same prices are skyrocketing prices in the supermarkets? Beef right now, let's check out how much it costs to buy a packet of ground beef, shall we? How ground beef prices over the years. Because I'm pretty sure it hasn't been going down with them adding all these damn fucking compounds to them. The average price of ground beef in 2024 was $5.35 per pound. Highest annual average ever, even after adding all these compounds. This was a 6% increase from 2023 and an 11% increase from 22. So how is it possible that year over year the price for the ground beef is going up, and yet year over year they're using less and less beef and more of these chemically made compounds to fill it up, to fill in the gaps, and yet the price is still going up and up, right? Like, what are we doing? Are we running out of beef or something? Like, where's the beef? You know, like in Arby's where they used to say, like, where's the beef? Or we have the beef. We have the meats. We got the meats. But where's the beef though? Like, is this the meat that they're trying to give us? It's gone up damn near like $1 to $2 over the last decade. And yet they're adding all these things to it as if it's supposed to make it cheaper. Like, is it is the point of it to make it cheaper? Is the point of it to make it like healthy, beneficial for you? Is the point of it to make it like cheaper for who? Cheaper for the manufacturers, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be expensive for us because we're still paying the high prices, and then we're gonna pay it on the back end also because of the health complications from eating all this compound meat. So now, by taking the cheap route, we'll be taking the more expensive route by all the medical bills we'll have to dish out. Hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of medical bills for some cheap meat. When at the end of the day, it's still not being cheap. Like, it's still not even cheap or affordable. Like, let's take a look at some of the comments for this one. I'm not trying to go on a rant or anything like that, but let's take a look at this real fast just to see what some of the people's sentiments are, because this, I have a feeling, is some bull. It's some bullshit. What's going on, Zoronic? Yeah, if you love the stream, hit that subscribe button, you know, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. Oh, you're streaming on Twitch. I'm simulcasting right now on Twitch and YouTube, both the GetUp Show. I don't have a Discord, Zoronic. I guess I need to make one now, cause I'm actually looking for people to play Warzone with. If you're into Warzone, I've got PlayStation. I've got the PlayStation 4 right now, so we've got a gaming show also called the GetUp Show Gaming. The GetUp Show Gaming, all in one word. The GetUp Show /gaming. You can find that on Twitch as well as YouTube as well. So hit me up on there. And matter of fact, I might add you on Discord. You know, I haven't used Discord in a while too, so this would give me a good reason to get back into it. Quick intermission for one of my viewers here. I wouldn't call you a fan because I don't think you know me enough to call me a fan. I don't think you know me enough for you to be a fan. So I wouldn't call you a fan. You're one of my loyal viewers right now, Zoronic. So, Discord. Add accounts. Okay. Zoronic 126. His name is Gaming XDX. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep a more professional show because I can't keep interrupting it like this. But let's take a look at some of these comments here. And let me know in the chat if you guys are seeing these comments very well. It doesn't look like visually, like it doesn't look like you guys can see it too well. Let me see if I could do something with it real quick. Alright, there we go. I just brought the comments down a little bit, shortened it. Okay, so this person here, damn, yeah, it's like really hard to see. So let me see. Alright, boom. That should work for now. Where is this one? Lock it down. Alright, so they take the trimmings, heat them up, remove fat, and kill the bacteria with ammonia, then press it so it's still meat. Yeah, it's processed now. It's no longer like regular meat. This is now it's now crossed over to being processed meat. So now I have to look at meats like ground beef. It's not regular meat now. Like you thought it was like lean meat, but nah. They've been screwing us over with this meat for the longest, bro. Like we can't have that. We can't have that. It's no longer regular meat. It is still meat. It is also meat with ammonia, which leads to cancer over years of consumption. However, you yourself wouldn't have known that the 100% ground beef was the cause of your cancer because it isn't being labeled as 60% ground meat and 40% compound. It's labeled as 100% lean ground meat, ground beef. That's the part that's so harmful, is that they're willing to lie to you blatantly in your face, but say, well, it's on the label, but they're not gonna put the amount of compounds and ammonia they put in these labels. What happened to the table of contents for the food? You never see it for these types of things. You don't even see it for alcohol. Alcohol literally says the products contain cancerous material, but it doesn't even label the cancerous material that you're gonna be consuming as the consumer. Like that's how I know, like, these laws that are put in place, I have a feeling like the laws are meant for them to say, okay, as long as we have the label here, we are good. Like as long as the label is here, we're covered. It's like a limited liability. It's like an LLC move. Like as long as we have the label, our liability is no longer there. Like, what y'all think? Like, is it fair? Is it fair that people get to, like, they don't basically have the choice to eat real food nowadays? We recently received beef from a butcher. We knew when and where it lived and died. We made ground beef, stock, stew, soup, steaks, rendered the tallow. I like to run some ground beef in our food processor with stock, and it turned to paste. Then I would mix it in with the chunkier ground beef to make meatballs. Oh, he's making his own filler. With egg and breadcrumbs that taste like store-bought. It was all homemade. Long story short, yes, it's still meat. The ammonia part is messed up though. So him as someone who treats his meats, he treats his meats, he treats his meats from the butcher, and he does his own filler. Stuff like this I understand. Like you're taking like the raw materials and making it like into different products and stuff that you could use. I understand that. But I think the part is like the process part. Like the manufacturing process part. That's where it starts to get worse. The thing is, they do the same thing like these with other manufacturing industries. Like, especially with the food industry. Other manufacturers of food, like milk, chicken, right? It's like once you cross over to the side of becoming a mass producer of something in food, like some ethics and morals, they lose that in exchange for the effectiveness of the machines, the speed, and the cost. Even if like the food or the animals that are going to be turned into food are suffering, they don't care. It's like they lost the art of growing the food and growing the meats and growing the animals. Like, it's no longer an art now. It's only strictly for profit. It's only strictly for profit, folks. It's just a different way of processing it. All your grocery store do the exact same, except you still get fat, silver skin, etc. This way they're taking all that shit out and have a different cure process. It's the same way you make hot dogs and any other emulsified sausage or product. I personally don't see an issue with it because it's still ground meat, just a different process. Like, you're not understanding. This person is not understanding like what this is. It's not regular meat. It's not just ground meat. It's one thing if they were, like curing these meats 100% ground meat. It's one thing, but they're adding stuff to the meat that's not meat. They're adding this 40% compound, this filler. They're adding that stuff to what you're gonna be eating. That's the part. And then at the end of it, they sanitize it with ammonia. Like, how beneficial is it gonna be at that point? Like, you're consuming ammonia. Like, it's still ground meat though, just a different process. It's ground meat with ammonia in it. Hey, to each his own. Is organic ground beef safe? Man, are you behind times? Wait till you hear this story was from before 2012. And I'm pretty sure I've seen this like a while ago, like especially the pink slime thing. But I think they just confirmed it, like it's in ground beef. Wait till you find out that the pink slime is what the pink slime is. I think it used to be chickens or something, or like a bunch of different parts of animals, like chickens, chicken marrow and stuff like that. The parts that people aren't willing to eat basically is the pink slime. Sprayed with ammonia to be made safe to eat is wild as hell. It's wild AF. This is why they do not want RFK confirmed. He would stop this contamination and the meat industry would lose profits. What's RFK? I don't know what that is. I do not know what that is. Okay, so can someone tell us what beef we should go for? You want to know the funny thing? There is no more beef. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, the beef I think you should go for is the beef in between my legs, baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, like I still see cows. Like I still see cows driving by like the country and stuff. I still see real beef. It's just like you have to find good beef now. Like that's the thing. You can't just go to any store-bought beef and think it's safe. You can't just buy any old food and think it's safe. You just have to go, like when you're buying food, you just have to go with that in mind. Like you have to understand what you're buying. Like you can't just buy any old thing. Is this why it disengaged into goop after I defrosted it? Into goop, probably. I have a butcher at a market grind up chuck roast into hamburger every 2 weeks. That way I know I'm not getting crap hamburger with pink slime. Yeah, actually that's the perfect way to do it. You can go to a butcher where they'll do this stuff for you real time. You could go to a butcher and they'll make the meat for you real time. You know, you could do that. That's the best way to do it. Outside of just picking your own food and slaughtering your own animals. I use a lot of hamburger meat to cook with, cause that's the only meat my autistic daughter would eat. Lately she wouldn't touch it. She'll smell it and push it away. She's a very picky eater. She probably smells something in the meat. Like, there's probably something in the meat that's throwing her off. Who knows? But anyway, let's continue to the next bits of content. And let's look at some other forms of food that are all over the supermarkets that you should be wary of. But before that, I'd like for you all to like this video because I'm going to give you one more time to like this video. Because I done gave you way too many chances to like it before, and I need you to do it one more time. One more time for the Get Up. You need to help us get up to about 2,000 subscribers. I'm at 1790 right now. I need to get to 2,000. That's the big mark. Or 1,800. 1,800 is actually the next one. I need to see it go from 17 to 18, baby. 1,800 subscribers. And I know subscriber count doesn't really mean much nowadays, but still, it still means a little something. You know, help us get to 18,000 or 1,800 subscribers, and you know, I won't have to complain as much. But let's continue though.
Snacks. Thanks to a sweeping new FDA ban set for 2027, the move will pull a variety of popular treats off the shelves due to concerns over harmful artificial ingredients. Among the biggest names affected is Pop-Tarts, particularly those with their signature strawberry glaze, which relies on artificial colorants.
Artificial
Little Bites by
colorants.
Intenmans, especially strawberry-flavored varieties, won't make the cut
Little
either.
Bites.
Fans of Fruit by the Foot and Trolley Sour Bright Crawlers, known for their bold colors
Red
and tangy
Foods.
flavors, will have to find new options. Even strawberry milk, a childhood
Oh
favorite for
yeah,
many.
I forgot. They just banned the red food dye coloring. Red food dye ban. Yeah, I just remembered. Yeah, January 15, 2025. Yes. The FDA banned Red 3, a synthetic red food dye in the United States, it's been banned in the UK. The ban applies to food, beverages, and ingested drugs. The Food and Drug Administration's finally stepping up for not all of them, but just one of many different compounds going into your body that's not real food.
Is facing removal due to artificial additives. Jelly Belly jelly beans, along with other candy brands using similar ingredients, will also be banned. While the ban doesn't take effect until 2027, manufacturers...
Wow, the ban doesn't take effect till 2027? So we'll have to go 2 years. We won't even notice anything happens. And then I'm pretty sure the price is gonna go up too. So we'll have to go 2 years with the same food. You know, as they get rid of their stock, as they get rid of their old products. They don't want to just lose all this money, have to throw all this money away out of nowhere. They want to give them 2 years to clear out their inventory, right? Okay, that makes sense. So they're not just thrown into panic mode all of a sudden. So, but hey, I feel like that's a win for us, you know? That is a win. Who is us, you ask? Us is we the people. Like, you're not supposed to be eating any of this stuff. Like, so the fact that they're making ground or getting good footing or whatever on this stuff, that's a godsend. Like, I never thought or pictured something like this to start happening very soon. Wow. Nvidia just crashed today, going from 140s, the high 140s to 130s to lower than 120. Let's see, NVDA price. Quick intermission. So it's down to 119 right now. And that's after being up to 142, 146, high 148 last week, Friday. And now this week, Monday, it's tanked nearly $20, good buddy. Are you seeing this, good buddy? It's tanked nearly $20. So, hey, this is the perfect time for y'all to buy for NVIDIA. These are not stock tips. These are just ideas of mine of stocks that you could follow. So I'm not giving you stock tips. I'm just giving you notes. But I'm gonna give you one more time to like this video. Cause I didn't give you too many chances to like the video. So I'm gonna need you to do it one more time. One time for the one time, baby. We got 1 like so far and about 4 viewers. 2 to 4 viewers, 1 like so far with 84 views in the making. So 84 views, 4 viewers, 4 of you, if there's 4 of you, you could each give 1 like. But hey, to each his own. Let's continue with this content.
Are already scrambling to comply. This major shift is set to reshape the snack industry. Will healthier alternatives take over, or will these beloved treats be missed? Time will tell. Get ready to say
Healthier
goodbye
alternatives.
To some of your favorite snacks. Thanks to a
I don't think it's gonna bring about a healthier alternative at all. I think they're just gonna try to look for a replacement for this red food dye. What, you think they're about to start using strawberries throughout their entire cooking process? Nah, bro. They're gonna have to find a different replacement. Get ready for more cancers. And then they're gonna have to test that new replacement. So you already know it's not gonna be ready. People are going to be eating this stuff when it's not even tested fully. They're gonna be eating this stuff. Get ready for the next regime, people.
sweeping new FDA ban set for 2027. The move will pull a variety of popular treats off the shelves due to concerns over harmful artificial ingredients. Among the biggest names affected is
Harmful
Pop-Tarts,
artificial
particularly those
ingredients. And damn, honestly, without a lot of these food dyes, a lot of these foods would just be brown. So I guess hopefully the taste of these foods could still be there, because it's just about to be a whole lot of brown foods.
5 United States foods that are banned in other countries, part 1. Hit the follow button first and watch until the end because it's going to blow your mind. Number 1 on the list is Mountain Dew because it contains brominated vegetable oil, and that contains bromine, which can cause headaches, memory loss, and impair balance. Number 2 is Skittles because they contain artificial colors yellow 5 and yellow 6, banned in Norway and Sweden because they're thought to cause allergic reactions and hyperactivity in children. Number 3 is Instant Mashed Potatoes because they contain a preservative known as butylated hydroxyanisole, or BHA. It's also found in rubber and wax food packaging and known to be a human carcinogen.
Rubber and wax food packaging, bro.
4 is bread products like Pillsbury breadsticks and those $5 footlongs. They contain azodicarbonamide, which is used to make yoga mats and shoe soles.
Yoga mats? You're eating yoga mats when you eat these breads?
Take on that for a second. And number 5 is U.S. pork because it contains a drug known as ractopamine. It's a feed additive that increases food conversion efficiency in farm animals. Follow me.
Food conversion efficiency. Jesus
For more
Christ.
shit like this. 5 United States foods that are banned.
Damn, bro.
5 United States foods that are banned in other countries, part.
These foods are actually banned, bro. These foods are banned in other countries. How could they be banned in other countries but allowed in other countries? It should be banned worldwide. But I guess if you line their pockets long enough, then line their pockets well enough, anything's possible. let's take a look at some of the comments though. Let me move these comments out of the way. Where's the chat? Boom. Like so. Alright. So, not even surprised anymore. How is this stuff approved for consumption? If some ingredients are inanimate objects, how is this stuff approved for consumption if some of the ingredients are in things we're not even supposed to be eating, like yoga mats? Like he said, like he mentioned some of the compounds found in breadsticks and processed breads, basically processed breads, $5 foot-long breads, and you already know that's labeled under Italian, wheat, whatever types of breads. These are the quick processed breads that you can find in bags and packets and stuff. So he says it has the same compounds found in yoga mats, bro. Where's the similarity? How do you even cross those? How do you even cross some of those compounds into the same conversation? Like, the truth hurts. Our food is made to make us sick and reliant on pharmaceuticals. This is the biggest truth bomb that I've told y'all this morning. Like, a lot of these foods and added foods with added